Hello viewers, welcome to my view with FCA. Hope you all are doing great. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Today I want to talk about the Rape Saga. There's so much going on about the issue of rape all over the world. And this menace has eaten deep into our society long time. It's been a long time issue, and it's a very sensitive issue. It breaks my heart, but I just feel we need to talk about it. Wikipedia describes rape as a type of sexual assault, usually involving sexual intercourse or other forms of sexual penetration carried out against a person without that person's consent. The act may be carried out by physical force, coercion, abuse of authority, or against a person who is incapable of giving valid consent, such as one who is unconscious, incapacitated, has an intellectual disability, or is below the legal age of consent. The term rape is sometimes used interchangeably with the term sexual assault. The point I want us to pick more is this portion that says the act may be carried out by physical force, coercion, abuse of authority against a person who is incapable of giving valid consent. The reason why people do this, I don't know. When children are being raised, like in a large compound, or when we were still growing up and we were young, a lot of people go through so many things. But the point is, if it is still something between on somebody that is under 12, 13, and somebody that is 8, or we can say, okay, they are still children and they're just trying out what they see, maybe on the TV, or they see their parents. Sometimes they can stumble into some careless parents, or they see in the society, I don't know. But when somebody is already 18 and go to somebody that is 6-year-old girl or boy, or somebody that is 30, 25, I mean, it is sad. It is terribly bad. I mean, it is terribly bad. I don't know what word to use for it. And why people do this, I don't know. And like I said, I'm going to take it again. That says abuse of authority. A caregiver abusing the authority on the person they are taking care of. A lecturer abusing the authority on students. A father abusing the authority on the children. Even mothers, abomination of the highest order. Mama wey born pikin start looking at the boy, start touching the boy, and start asking the boy, do you feel what I feel? Mother. I mean, it is terrible. Then some women will say they want to marry their son because they don't want another woman to come and reap what they have sown on their son. and the son too will marry the mother and climb on top of the mother. This is terrible. It is terrible. There is one case I stumbled into, and this girl is so sad. It's terribly sad that this person, oh, do you see me? A Nigerian person, Yoruba person in America. What about our culture? What about even morality? What about the fear of God? Because the Bible says the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. If someone is in their right senses and they are not insane, the father has like 4 girls, molested all the girls, and the worst one is the first child, and had 5 children, 1 died with the first daughter. And he will take her out and say, oh, my second wife or small wife. This is terrible. Hardly can any one of us say, oh, we have not been assaulted by men in one way or the other. But it's worst when someone that already has a name in the society will ridicule themselves to such. If God has given you a name through your hard work or through destiny, and people look unto you, you're supposed to be a role model in the society, then you are now being the one that is a role destroyer or society destroyer. It's terrible. But the point is, there is nobody that is above the law. There is nobody. So, one Yoruba proverb say, Araba wa túnra mú. Kí ló dé táràbà ṣe máa túnra mú? Torí odò ń gbárèrè. Tí odò tó bá lè gbé àwọn ẹja wẹ́wẹ́, maybe, I don't know, Araba, is it going to be a big fish? So it's saying if the river can carry small things, or the ocean, then if it can carry big things, then it can carry small things. So for those that are still engaged in this kind of activity in their homes, when the law catches up on you, it's going to be serious. That man I said before that destroyed the child's life is going to rot in jail now. They already gave him maybe 130 years imprisonment. Because this issue is a damage that is irreparable in the lives of the victims. It's like when an armed robber have come to steal with a gun. Do we want to say, okay, maybe the person is not even a virgin, so the man did not steal the virginity, or the woman did not steal the virginity? Okay, if armed robbers have come to steal a car, whether it's a new car or it's an old car, the most important thing is it is someone's car and it is forcefully taken away by the other person. So the person that owns the car will never be happy until he or she finds his car or a car. The same way, if someone has been molested If someone has been raped in any way, their heart will never get healed. Yes, there's this sad case again that I heard of. Too many cases. Too many cases. Some, it makes them not to even want to have things to do with men. And when they marry, the marriage breaks because they get irritated with men. This case is a case of somebody that is a pastor, they say, in one church somewhere. And this person has been molesting the child, and the child told the mother from when the child was like maybe 8 years old, and the mother said, no, it's not happening, covering nonsense in the marriage. This girl was able to leave the house and eventually matured, maybe like 28 or so. But the pain is still so much every time she thinks about it, that nobody in the family believes her. Eventually, she had to kill herself. Even though she has been in the US, yeah, she had to kill herself. So this is so terrible that, for goodness sake, grown-up men or women, we can say women, okay, it may not be easy for you to find a man, but then you then go to your children or what? Everything we pass through is a test of time. For men, there are women everywhere. So why do you ridicule yourself to molest children? Both as your own children, or housemaid, or family relatives living with you, because you are feeding them, you are clothing them, you have shelter over them. That is the authority. Then you abuse the opportunity that God has given you to mentor them. You abuse it. Or an employer to an employee, or a lecturer to students, or neighbors, or a pastor. We need to work on ourselves. We need to change. Now somebody was taken when he ridiculed himself to the level a 40-year-old person or over 40. Now put yourself to the level of a 7-year-old girl and molested her, and come back 7 years after and still try to touch the girl. When was he ever sober that, okay, what I did, was it good? Definitely, that is not going to be the first girl, and that is not going to be the first time. He has been doing it. He has done it to many girls, and anytime he sees the opportunity, he just uses it. Yoruba people say, ṣé wíwọ́n epo ni àbí àìrówó rà? Is it that there is no oil, or there's no money to buy the oil? Why? There are women outside. So why molesting people? Some people will even gather themselves together, 3, 4 men, 5 and raped the child. The last one we heard again was when a girl said she was looking for a job. And then she went looking for a job. And this man lured the girl and killed the girl. And there are many cases of those he has killed over there. What about God? What about the fear of God? Where do we put this? Don't even do it, because when you do it, people will know. Why then do it when you know when it comes to limelight, you are not going to be proud enough to say, I did. We need to change. This generation now, people are talking about it. Gone are the days that you can't say it, you don't want to say it. So for those that are still doing it, like the man that was being arrested in Britain, you guys need to watch it. Because even now, the small children too, they are all aware of all the hanky-pankies. So any effort that you make may bring you to jail and then destroy the name you have been building. And that is if you even have a name, because if you have a name in the first instance, you need to think about your name before going into nonsense. Well, that is my view. Please, thank you for listening. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share, especially this rape. Share so that people that are still doing it in secret knows that they can be exposed anytime. Please do share. I love you all and thank you for listening.